Well, I got most of the tub. I got the inside and the outside in the corners and stuff. That was kind of tricky. You just have to be mindful, and you have to have a steady finger and stuff, because I wanted to just go up to there and stop there and come across, and I did that little seam there and kind of came over. See, I did the seam there and did a little bit there, and there was some missing paint right there. It peeled off, and I put some caulking over there, and once that caulking dries, what I'll end up doing is putting a little bit more caulking on there, just like touch-up paint. And see, I got it along here, and see, I just put it in the corner because that silicone piece was loose. I took that out and I put white there because this is white. And I came up just a little bit, didn't go over, because then that's the almond. Okay, so I had to think a little bit when doing this tub, didn't I? Okay, so now it's just about, I gotta clean that edge off again, and I'm just gonna start from there, and I just put it on the same way as I was doing the baseboard. Just kind of stick it on there. I find it's just way easier to do it this way than trying to put one bead, one straight thin bead all the way. I don't have to really control anything on my hand on the pressure, because if I get too much, I can see it and I can move along, and then this going back and forth just kind of flattens and evens it all out. Okay, it looks like I can finish this little bit in one go. Now this time I'm gonna do it slightly different with my finger. I'm just gonna press straight down into it, but not so tight that I want to squeeze it all out. I want a little bit left, right? Okay. It's got nice even pressure. The entire thing with my one finger. I see where there's a little bit that needs to be hit. See, I didn't take off very much. Where's my wet sponge? I gotta have that ready. That looks good like that, but I'm gonna go over it again. Let's see, the furthest off to the far left, I did that coming the other way, so with my left finger coming from left to right down at the end of the tub, and now I'm coming from right to left, and so when I get to that transition, I've got to blend it in. So now I'm getting my whole finger wet, because what I'm doing is I'm cleaning off the top edge of the tub, and I'm cleaning off the white trim at the same time with any overage of that caulking. Okay, there it is. So when that dries, I'll remember, after I get a little skin, I'll remember to have to put a little bit more right there. And see, I got just a little bit of a lip right there. And for me to depress it, if I depress it, it's gonna get into the other color. So I think I've got a little screwdriver here, which I do. And I'm just gonna take that edge and use that as a paddle. There. I don't want to mess with it too much, I don't think. No, I can't. There, that looks better. It just had a little edge right there because the tile grout line is sunk in just ever so slightly. Okay. I'm pretty much done. I can clean up, and I just got to remember before I put my caulking away, to come back here, and this stuff will skin up in a half hour to an hour or so, and then I'll just dab a little bit more on there. I can't just dab any on there yet, because if I try, then I'll mess up, get my finger into the other line that I've got nice and smooth already. See, let that dry, then put a little bit more on there, wipe it on there, and you're good to go. Then you can do away with that. That's the metal showing because the white paint scraped off it. Okay, but I'll fix that with my white silicone. All right. Okay. Well, that's all. Didn't that turn out nice? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for helping me with this project. Getting the caulking down there nice and even. You saw me get that line in there right there. And all of this over here around the base there, around this outside wall edge over there. That all turned out really good. And I see one dark spot too. See right in there? Right above where I've got the caulking. Right in there. When I scraped off the caulking and stuff, there was a little bit of caulking up higher, and I scraped that off. So see, what I need to do is just put just a thin little bit of caulking right there, and I'll do that at the same time I do this after this is dry, and I can blend that right in, right there, using my techniques and stuff, and that'll go away. All right, good to go. Thanks again for joining me. That's all I have for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. And what am I going to show you next? I just have no idea, but here's one thing I noticed. This over here, look at this cover plate is loose, and when I look at it, I see that the screws are tight, but you know, the plug is, oh, cute. Oh, how does that, that's funky. And see, look at, it's a GFI, but when I push it, it's loose, and it's sticking at a cattywampus angle. See, this side is sticking out of the wall further than that. Well, maybe that's what I'll show you next time. I'm gonna have to put that on my list and show you how to tighten that up next time. Of course, I'm gonna have to shut the power off and unscrew it and retweak it. I don't know how that stays off. Now I can't get it off. Look. Oh, there. Wasn't coming off. Maybe I'll show you that next time. So stick around, and I'll see you next time. What is our project today? Does it have to do with caulking? Or this bucket? Or this drill? No. I just recaulked. I cleaned off all the bad caulking and installed new caulking at the bottom of all this baseboard on my last video. Turned out really good. If you want to watch that, look at my channel and find that particular video, and I show you how to put that caulking on like a pro. Doesn't that look good? Look at that, all nice and straight down there. I also did another video on caulking the tub enclosure down at the bottom. I cleaned it all off, and even on the grout lines there was some grout missing, and I took some almond caulking, and that's another video too. So just keep watching my YouTube channel. You'll see I make all kinds of stuff for you. But what is today's project? Well, today's project has to do with this right over here, and it's a GFI plug, and I saw it earlier. Look it. It has to do with this plug. The cover plate's loose, and the screws are tight pretty much. let's see. But see, it's still really loose, and it's like the outlet is at an angle, and it needs to be pushed in. Okay?